Hey guys, Jellybean here. It's actually the day after the flight. Oh, I should mention that it is the winter break, which is why I am traveling back home. Our break is like over a month long. Our Thanksgiving and Christmas break are combined. So some schools like have a week off for Thanksgiving, go back to school, and then have like 2 weeks off for the Christmas. But luckily my school just decides to combine them, so I have like over a month long of a break. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys some of my clips from the plane ride and stuff, and then share some weirdo stories that I experienced while on the trip. So let me show you guys the visuals of the plane ride. On one of these things, I'd be gliding across the floor. I'm too cool. Okay, so I've been walking for about 10 minutes to go to the baggage claim. This is the longest I've had to walk for it. And I almost got ran over by one of those transportation things that carry people who need help walking. So yeah, the quest for the bags is still on the way. Okay, almost there. Gonna go to the security check-in, and the line is short today, thank God. Hope you guys enjoyed that little sequence of little clips and me being weird. But anyways, on the plane ride, there was some weirdos on there, just some plain weirdos. At the beginning of the flight, before we even took off, there was this lady who didn't know where her bag was. She had checked it in. Like when you go on flights, sometimes you can have them check in your like your carry-on bag, and you don't have to carry it with you like through the airport. They just go ahead and put it on the plane. I've never done it because it seems a little suspicious to me, but that's apparently what she did. And she checked in the, you know, the overhead compartment where you put the carry-on bag in the plane, bag up there, and she said none of those were hers. So I was like, oh, well, I hope she finds her bags. And the flight attendant asked her, okay, then where is your bags then? And she said she checks them in, but maybe she left them at the restaurant before she got on the plane. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, that just sounds odd. I'm sure you would know if you had your bag before you walked on the plane. If you didn't have it with you before you got on the plane, and you didn't have it with you. But anyways, the flight attendant let her go back off the plane to the restaurant inside the airport, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do anyways. You can't really like go back and forth between the plane and the gate like that, or otherwise you're gonna get left. But she went, we still had time. She came back, she didn't find it, and I could see she was starting to get, you know, like restless and like, you know, anxious because you don't know where your bag is and stuff. And then so she was just talking to the flight attendant, you know, sort of like complaining and stuff and getting stressed out, which was stressing me out because I don't like to ride planes at all. I mean, yeah, I don't like to ride planes like that. I rode planes like, it's been over 30 times I have counted in my free time, but no matter how much I've rode planes, like it still stresses me out, the whole plane ride. So I was just looking at her like, please don't start a scene, because nowadays these flight attendants are getting beat up for like stuff like not wearing masks or telling people to keep their mask on during the plane ride. And even that I don't understand, as far as people know you're supposed to wear your mask during the plane ride. I don't know why you have to cause commotion for something you already know. So that just seems a little childish to me. But the lady kept like having her mask like off her face. I feel like she just kept forgetting, because like maybe she just took it down to like speak better. But they had to come talk to her about that like twice, and she was already getting weird about her bags, and I was like, okay, so she was about to cause a scene. And I had my hand chilling on my seatbelt like this, ready to unbuckle it, because I was like, she is not about to ruin my trip for me. I'm not gonna have one singular person stress me out for the whole plane ride, because I'm always afraid there's gonna be someone that's gonna go up to the plane door and open it while we're in flight midair. So because I've heard some people doing that too in some plane flights or whatever. So she was stressing me out. So the plane ride starts. They had asked her if she wants to stay here and go look for her bags, or when she gets to her destination they'll have to like mail it some sort of way. So she was not happy, so she decided to stay on the flight. So we were, you know, pulling out from the like the plane parking lot, like the runway. We were about to fly, and I was like dead staring her because she was like diagonally from me, so I was just making sure she wasn't trying to try anything foolish, because then I'd have to act the fool and tackle her to make sure my life wasn't in danger. And then this other flight attendant comes and takes out the bag and asks, are you sure this isn't your bag? Please tell me why this lady really said, you know what, I think that is my bag. I'm just like, ma'am, I want it to be like, don't do anything for the rest of the flight, don't even say anything, because you were stressing everyone out, mostly me, for about 30 minutes for a bag that you saw with your own eyes. I'm just like, how do you not know what your bag is? But that's fine. But and then some other thing, the guy in front of mine decided to lean his seat back 120 degrees at the maximum reclining stage, and I'm just like, we barely started the flight and he's all up in my lap. But luckily I didn't want to watch anything on the TV anyways. There's not that many good shows on, but still, I hate when they do that. Like, I know there's the option to lean your seat back, but I'm glad I didn't have food because it would have spilled. But anyways, then there was like, when we were landing, this one dude decides to get up while the seatbelt sign is on. You're not supposed to stand up during landing because anything could happen. Well, nothing like serious like that, but it's just safer to stay in your seat because you're descending. And naturally, when you descend, like if you're in something, like for a roller coaster, for example, depending on how fast you're descending, you hover above your seat. So the seatbelt's supposed to keep you in your seat. And there he is walking up, getting stuff out the carry-on bins. Like he couldn't have done that 10 minutes earlier. To put on a jacket. I'm just like, you knew you were cold before we started landing, sir. And you could have put it on after we landed. So that was stressing me out because I was like, what if he's trying to open the door too and ruin it for everyone? So that was annoying. The whole flight was full of weirdos. But anyways, yeah, that's how that whole thing went. And yeah. But luckily I'm still alive. No one tried anything foolish. And the plane ride was actually pretty smooth. There was minimal turbulence. I hate turbulence because it makes me rethink my whole life every time the plane shakes. Yeah, but it's cool though. I'm here. Everything's fine. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I do wish I had videoed it a little better, but it's hard to video going through the airport because going through the airport, it stresses me out. So I don't want to have to be worried about talking to a phone and making sure that I still have my passports in my hand. Which is why part of this video is just like music in the background. But yeah, so hope you guys have an awesome day, and